Miss Marvel, Episode 2, Crushed. I think that made that a little more metal than it needed to be. Whatever, let's get started. How do you do, G-Pot crew? It's your Nutty Buddy Pud here, and today we are, breaking down and doing a review for Miss Marvel Episode 2. Now, as I stated, and it's called Crush, by the way, but as I stated in the last episode, haven't read much Miss Marvel comics outside of the Carol Danvers run of Miss Marvel, which this isn't the same Miss Marvel, but it's named the same Miss Marvel. And of course, I've had discussions with friends about how they've changed a lot when it comes to the lore. I already kind of knew, based even on the picture you can see right over here, that she was supposed to be like my Putty Man character, more bendy, more flexible. But now she has a total different thing that has I know in one of the videos they called it hard glass or something like that. I can't remember the name what it's called, but it's kind of nice to have something new. But I don't know where they're going with this to be really targeted towards, like, what I don't know what the audience for. It does feel more like it's for kids that like Marvel, and the inner kid in me would love to get excited, but there's something, I don't know. Well, again, her powers are supposed to be inhuman related, but they're like, as Campo from RLG Cast stated, it's like they're trying to ignore Inhumans even exist now, when isn't the retcon for Scarlet Witch being a mutant that she's now an Inhuman? Like, what is she now? What is Scarlet Witch? What is Quicksilver? What are they now? If you're trying to ignore Inhumans, what are they now? Are they now mutants? Like, Marvel, you're starting to really go on a weird path. I don't know. But that being said, guys, I know you guys came for a full breakdown. I'm going to give you the best breakdown I can when it comes to the show and see where this goes from here. Unfortunately, I want high hopes for this series. I really do. But Obi-Wan Kenobi, which, by the way, my review for Episode 5 is already out. You should watch it because it's very important. Feels more cohesive and adult than this does, so I tend to do those reviews first. And they have more lore to go. Well, no, this has lore, but this has lore that I'm not familiar with that's more broken than even the Star Wars one. And if you see the subtitle of the Star Wars one, you'll see why I say even more broken. But with that being said, let's go ahead and go into the full breakdown, and then I'll give you my final thoughts at the end of this episode. So let's get started. So for my first full breakdown, Easter egg, however you want to look at it, I'm a little bit conflicted based on her powers of this hard light. And the reason I state that is she's stepping on it, she's sliding on it, she's starting to look a lot like a certain mutant that, honestly, if this is going to be their version of this mutant, I'm not starting to be happy with this. I'm talking about Bobby Drake himself, Iceman. He does the same thing that you see here. He makes ice slides, ice platforms, things that he uses that you see that he actually uses to slide or maneuver around. And this is, it doesn't have the spikes in the bottom, but this is clearly, as you see quickly in the scene, boom, she slides on it, much like Iceman does. So I'm a little bit conflicted about this, because this is not the powers that Miss Marvel is supposed to have. She's supposed to have the flexibility thing. So it bears to be seen what's going to happen next, but I'm a little bit concerned, honestly. Alright, ladies and gents, it's time to talk about Kamran. Now, of course, usually it's easier for me just to explain it in my own words, but, of course, this is something that is new to me. And I like that it's new to me because I will be learning with you. But I did look up the information, and Cameron is actually a character um, with powers where his entire body emits a glowing bluish white energy. And apparently, there is more lore to him, where there is a thing called Crushed, which is actually the name of this episode, and where he does basically come to Kamala Khan, stating that he's a thing, that he's a new human, and so we now have humans, new humans, mutants, and I'm guessing new humans are like Inhumans, in that way, which is basically just a hybrid of mutants itself. But basically, it does show that he does end up with powers. I'm not sure how he gets them. Ads. Why am I getting ads? Okay. Anyway, I'm not sure how he gets them, but based on what I'm finding here, it might be something that he demonstrates to Kamala. Now, as far as is he an enemy, I'm not sure. I mean, this is still new to me as well. But again, here's what he looks like when he's using his powers. So, yeah. So we do have show that there is origin and there is story. I'm guessing this Crush story is something fairly new, and so they're quickly bringing it into the lore of the TV show. So there's not really much to him. If you look at the wiki here, it literally has nothing but much to him. So it looks like when it comes to Miss Marvel, it'll be a Marvel character I will be learning with you guys along in the series. Which is now interests me in finding out if there's more about Bruno that I'm not aware of as well. So if I do feel there's any connection that may need to be interpreted, I will go back to that. But there you go. Cameron or Cameron, I might be mispronouncing it. Um, yeah, he is a part of the lore and also has his own powers. So will that come into the show? Well, I guess we just have to wait and find out. Now we're going to speak about Kamala Khan's grandmother. Now, of course, this whole story is about about the partition and her grandma killing, but apparently there's more to it than the story that they're giving here, which also links back to the bracelet in another way. So let me go ahead and explain. See, again, based on doing some grounding information, the bangle she wears says a series of bangles with hollow compartments inside, modified by Bruno into a single bracelet worn on Kamal's left arm to hold her cell phone and other small items. Which, of course, that's not what the bracelet's used here for. They were originally used by Kamala's great-grandmother Aisha to smuggle money out of Bombay during partition, and had since been passed away down to her granddaughter, or daughter, and her granddaughter Manimba. So it looks as though this does have a storied past with her great grandmother that her mother doesn't want her to have anything to do with, but it's more for this series based on, honestly, powers than her backstory. So I don't know where they're going with this because it's not the exact same thing. I mean, for example, she smuggled money out of Bombay using during partition, and she was probably doing it for her family. So yeah, this is a deep lore that may be connected in some way that we no longer will know. I feel like her grandmother did some kind of good, and it what betrayed the family because it made her look bad. And again, it's funny too because I'm seeing here that they're gonna go into the incursion too, which I didn't know. I know there's been several incursions in the Marvel universe, but it looks like we might be having another incursion that has to do with Captain Marvel. So it looks like for me to be able to link old Carol Danvers to Kamala Khan, I'm gonna have to do some reading of the new Miss Marvel comics and the new Captain Marvel comics, because apparently there's a link there that goes deeper than any past stories with Photon or any of those characters. But that being said, let's continue. So, for the first time in any of my Marvel reviews, I usually can patch things together, maybe, you know, be able to tell a character because I've known other characters, and I don't know who this is. What makes it sad is because I don't know the Miss Marvel universe, I can't use my own information in my head, I guess you could say, to say, this looks like somebody I know that goes back to this character, that goes back to this character. So unfortunately, I don't know who she is outside of being Cameron's mom, which I did look up, and I found nothing. Nothing. So this is going to be a mystery for me, and unfortunately going to be first time I can't give you information on a ending to any kind of full breakdown like this one. And there you guys have it. That is the last that I have for this episode, which honestly for me is not much. And I will state that I'm curious more than anything where this is leading to and who this character of Cameron's mom is. I'm going to be just as wondering as of you as what's going on. And there is no end. Before, at least, there was like end credits or mid-credit scene from the first episode. There's none here. So nothing's to be answered. And I guess we're just going to have to wait till next week. So next week's is going to be a busy, interesting day, guys. And I will be learning with you guys as well. I'm sure there's going to be some other breakdowns that know this character way more than I do. So unfortunately, I wish I could say I could give you the details. But hey, can't win them all, can we? But I will say that Iceman reference. She does do, like, some sort of Iceman abilities, except for not sliding. Like, it's really odd the way they're doing this, and I don't know how this is going to play into her character as a whole. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. You guys enjoying the series so far? Are you just as confused as I am? And what information could you maybe lead into it? Comment below. I can't wait to hear you guys' comments. And as always, I'm Putty with the G-Pod crew. You know we do reviews of Miss Marvel and even the Star Wars too. And of course, Thor: Love and Thunder is coming out next month. That will be a fun one to do. So I can't wait to do that one with you as well. Anyway, guys, I'll see you next Wednesday. Peace.